Well, it's Martini time again. Here it is on Saturday, December the 15th, and today is my birthday. And of course, I use the good gin and my fish grail. I'll say grail because all of my martini glasses are like the Holy Grail. At least one of them is a Holy Grail. I don't know which, if you remember Indiana Jones. So I try to choose wisely. So I have a little bottle of Bombay gin that I use on special occasions, and tonight is the special occasion. So, oh, that's good. That's better than the cheap stuff. But, you know, it's kind of like when you drink the cheap stuff and you don't have a comparing mind, it's good stuff. So that's the great thing about not having a comparing mind. If you don't compare anything, everything is good. Everything that you get is good. No comparison. It's kind of like induced Alzheimer's. You see the same thing for the first time. So anyway, Zen is induced Alzheimer's. In that your practice eventually moves you towards the dropping of the comparing mind. And when you drop the comparing mind, you drop the future. Because the comparing mind needs the future. In other words, if I'm going to compare something to something else, this is my father's watch, so if I'm going to compare that to a digital watch, this is this, and then the digital watch is something in my mind that I'm going to think about. And I'm not talking about putting it next to each other. I'm saying that, oh, I wish I had a digital watch. That would be better than this because I have to wind this, you see. Or if I had a digital watch, I might say, oh, I wish I could wind it and really feel how to wind the clock. You know, that's so good to be able to wind that watch, which is the way watches always were. You had to physically wind your time up, you see. Now we just live in digital time, but I digress. So the idea here is the end of the comparing mind. And so here I am today, I'm 82, and I'm having a great day because I don't compare my age to other ages. I wish I was 70, or I wish I was 60. I'm going to be 85, or I'll be 90 in a few years, you see. That's the comparing mind. So when the comparing mind drops off, future drops off. You're just here, and it's good. Whatever is like a monk with a begging bowl. Whatever you hand out, the moment puts in it, you see, and that's good. That's what you get. It's good because there's no comparison, and we don't think that way. Our economy, our culture, is a comparing culture. That's what makes consumerism work, you see. You get this, the ad comes out, well, that's good today. It was the biggest thing, but this is better. So you go, oh, this is better than this, you see. And I thought this was, a little while ago, I thought this was the greatest thing. Now, this is not as good as that. So now I got to get that. And when I get that, it's not as good as that, you see. So you keep moving on this wheel of the comparing mind, always searching for the perfect thing that has no comparison. Perfect means no comparison. So when your life becomes perfect, it just means that you don't compare it to anything. You might be in an iron lung. You might have cancer. If you don't compare it to anything, it's okay. You got cancer. That's it. That's the best thing you could have because it's the only thing you can have. The present moment is the only moment you can have. Ever think about that? You can't have another moment. You can think about another moment. You can compare it to another moment, the past or the future. But you're just this moment comparing this moment to an imaginary moment. You're still here. And that creates stress. So the comparing mind creates stress. And stress is just tension between what? Between now and whatever you're comparing it to. You see. And there's tension because it's two parts of you. You've divided you into this and that's better. But that's better is in your mind. So you split your mind, and the imagined part of your mind is better than this part, you see. That's the tension. Wah. So now we chase products in order to get rid of the tension that the comparing mind creates, you see. So this is a conditioned mind that our culture creates because it relies on the comparing mind for you to buy stuff, for you always to be dissatisfied after you get something because there's always something better. I don't care what you get. Technology or the economy will come up with something better and try and sell it to you. And then that spills into our emotional life. You have a feeling of confusion or some negative feeling, and you imagine not having the feeling. Now that creates stress between, I've got this feeling and I shouldn't have this. I should have another feeling. So it's either in a mental comparing or in a physical comparing that the comparing mind creates stress, you see. So we live in a stressful culture because we create, when you're born in this culture, you're taught comparing mind. You're conditioned to it. It's necessary for the survival and the operation of our culture, a consumer culture. Now, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it, but you just really need to understand it. So it's really like a puzzle that's been created for you to be stressed in, and at some point when you really get tired of the stress, you begin to look for the cause, because if you haven't found relief from stress, it's because you have not found the cause of the stress. You are looking for the cause in the wrong place. And as long as you're looking for the cause of yourself in the wrong place, you're going to have stress, you see. So we create stress when it's painful. We blame it on something. Oh, the boss. Oh, the wife, the husband. My physical condition. The cost of medicine, whatever. That's the cause of my stress. But it's not the real cause. If you see the real cause, it disappears. And that's what Buddhism is all about. If you see the true cause of your stress, the stress disappears. Poof. And then you don't have a comparing mind. And then you can be like me at 82, perfectly happy with my age. With a fresh mind. A mind that likes martinis, you see. And that likes to be creative and give talks on Facebook about how to drop the comparing mind. I want to share the good news, you see. I want to help you drop your comparing mind and be free from stress and tension. And to have a birthday. That's the real birthday. When you blow out the candles, it is, of course, a cake and candles, a little ritual, you see. But what it really is a metaphor for blowing out the comparing mind. Now, nirvana in Buddhism means blown out. What's blown out? Well, there's a whole lot of different things you can say is blown out. What I'm saying is that the metaphorical meaning of the birthday cake is that when you blow out the candles, you're blowing out time. The candles represent time. Oh, how many candles are on there? After you get up to 82, you don't have that many. You just have 2 or 3 to represent all the candles. But while you're little, oh, you have 5 candles, 10 candles. That's a big thing. But the point is, the metaphorical meaning, for me, is that when you go and you blow out the candles, you're blowing out your comparing mind that says, oh, I've got 82 candles here now. Oh my God, I'm going to have 83 soon. Oh, I'm getting so old. Oh, I'm getting achy and I'm getting old. You see, why? I'm not getting old. I'm just comparing myself. I haven't blown out the candles yet. I haven't blown out time. So when you drop the comparing mind, you blow out time. Time is comparison. That's all it is. It's handy. It's necessary. You need time to catch a bus and return a sweater or do something, you see. You need the time, but it's not who you are. So unless you understand time and blow out time, you're going to have stress. And then you're going to age, because stress ages the body. You see, 82, see? No worry, no stress. Look at people's faces, the stress, the worry, you see. The face is the face of the mind. A stress-free mind is a stress-free face. And a stress-free mind is a stress-free body. The body reflects the mind. When the mind's stressful, the body... I'm getting old, you see. It's all about the comparing mind. So I invite you to blow out the candles. Be blown out. Blow out the candles of time. And drop the comparing mind. You can notice when your mind is comparing. You can notice, and it causes stress. You can notice the pain. Oh, they've got something better than me. Oh, I wish I had that. Oh, I don't have this. I should have that. I shouldn't have this. On and on and on and on. It's unconscious. We've been conditioned so we can buy new stuff to relieve us of the stress that our mind, our conditioned mind, has created. So, happy birthday to you. Blow out the candles. Thanks for dropping in.